Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. And if you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so, and we shall bring you the latest news as they happen. And together we can work with our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network, to make our Biafran dream a reality. He say, Biafra efulefus and unity beggars cries out that there was peace in Biafra land before Buhari evil's government started. You know, the Biafran unity beggars and efulefus are ashamed for allowing the Fulani Janjaweed deceive them with their one Nigerian scam after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned them severally. You know, there's an adage that says there will be no peace for the wicked. Also, the release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu protest in Dublin, Ireland shook the Fulani presidency cabal and the Fulani terrorist Mayeti Allah. It shook them. Because one thing that the Fulani Janjaweed does not want at this time is to put them in the spotlight. They don't want to be in the spotlight because they know that the whole world now knows that they are the sponsors and supporters of terrorism in Nigeria. And that protest by Biafrans in Dublin, Ireland has made them to be in disarray. They are in disarray. And they are very frustrated now because they don't want to be in the spotlight. And they have run out of money to bribe corrupt international community who helps to lobby the Fulani Nigerian government and launder their image in the world scene in order to deceive the gullibles. My brothers and my sisters, you can say that the Fulani Janjaweed are in trouble. According to reports, leader of Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, Edwin Clark, has replied Buhari that there was peace in Biafran region before he assumed office. Edwin Clark said this to oppose Buhari's claim that his regime has fostered peace in Biafran region, especially in the oil-rich so-called Niger Delta region. The Ijaw national leader, in an open letter, said Buhari's predecessors are the ones to claim credit for peace enjoyed in Biafra land, including the so-called South-South Biafra. Edwin Clark said insecurity in Biafran region reduced during the tenure of Goodluck Jonathan, but resumed at an alarming rate after Buhari's wicked and evil administration came into power. Edwin Clark said, no doubt a good amount of peace have come to the so-called Niger Delta in Biafra land in the past few years. However, Buhari's claim as having been the main architect that brought the peace does not properly convey what transpired. Before Buhari government came on board, insecurity has reduced substantially during the tenure of Buhari's predecessors. But now it has resumed at an alarming rate just because the Fulani terrorist killer herdsmen and their counterparts, the Nigerian terrorist army and police and criminal DSS, wants to overrun and take over Biafra for the Fulani Janjaweed. The period saw the emergence of new group, the Niger Delta Avenger, which virtually held Buhari's government hostage. Oil production went down to as low as about 80,000 barrels per day from 2.2 million barrels per day until the Niger Delta's Avengers allowed the Fulani Nigerian government to deceive them, and they collected bribe money to keep quiet. Buhari's government adopted a military approach to quench agitation for freedom in Biafra land and the southwest region. He did that by deploying Operation Python Dance, Operation Crocodile Smile, and every operations in order to militarize Biafra land. And this militarization did not in any way solve the problem. Edwin Clark, like every other Biafran unity beggars, accused Buhari of marginalizing the Biafran region, abandoning several projects, and prosecuting leaders from the so-called Niger Delta region of Biafra land. Edwin Clark also said Buhari failed to deliver on different promises, including building modular refineries to replace local refining carried out by youths, relocation of operational headquarters of oil companies to Niger Delta, and the Ogoni cleanup. That was what Buhari and the Fulani Nigerian government used to deceive our so-called Niger Delta brothers in order to support the Fulani and fight against the Igbo Biafrans. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning them that the Fulani Janjaweed are only deceiving them, they refused to listen. And now they are reaping the consequences of not listening. Edwin Clark added that Buhari, that he makes it very clear to Buhari that the area is sitting, that is, the so-called Niger Delta area is sitting on a keg of gunpowder, and any attempt to scrap the amnesty program may produce unpleasant consequences to all. Our Biafra Niger Delta brothers and sisters should be tired of the Fulani Janjaweed deception by now. They should be tired and support Biafran referendum, support IPOB, support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Clark said Niger Delta Biafrans are very conscious of the developments that Buhari's government is carrying out in the areas of the country with monies derived from oil exploration coming from the Niger Delta Biafra. Clark warned that their agitation against the use of money looted from Niger Delta area by late General Sani Abacha, which was recovered from the United States of America exclusively for the construction of the so-called mega project by the Fulani Nigerian government, and its illegal confiscation of £2.4 million from the British government as loot recovered from former governor of Delta State, Chief James Ibori, under the flimsy excuse by the Fulani Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, that it was the federal government which as a nation negotiated the British government with the British government, and that it was agreement between the two governments that the money should be used for federal projects. This is not true. Meanwhile, federal roads in Niger Delta, Biafra, have mostly collapsed. All the federal roads in Biafra land have collapsed. And applying this fund to rehabilitate this collapsed road would have gone a long way to solving some of the problems. But the Fulani Janjaweed are being deceptive. Buhari claim of bringing peace to the so-called Niger Delta, Biafra, is untenable, untrue, and without foundation. The deliberate neglect of the so-called South-South Niger Delta Biafra can lead to explosion of keg of gunpowder upon which we are sitting in Niger Delta. The only solution is Biafran referendum. Until everyone understands this, that is when peace will come to the zoo called Nigeria. Protests in Ireland to demand release of ﷺ Kanu commenced by Biafrans. Protesters have stormed the British embassy at Merrion Road, Dublin, the capital of Ireland, to protest against the continuous detention of our leader, ﷺ Kanu, by the Fulani Nigerian government. My brothers and my sisters, and that protest shook Aso Rock like never before. Thank you for watching this video, and bye-bye for now.